Welcome to another video pharmacon tutorial. Today we will discuss about chloramphenicol. Now we will see the antibiotics that act on the 50S ribosomal subunit. This chloramphenicol is a wide spectrum antibiotic with limited side effects, that is bone marrow suppression. It acts by binding to the reversibly to the 50S ribosomal subunit and inhibiting the peptidyl transferase, thus preventing peptide bond formation of upcoming amino acids and thus inhibiting the protein synthesis. It is bacteriostatic, but high concentration it also acts as bactericidal agent. Chloramphenicol also acts on the 70S ribosomal subunits of mammalian cells and thus inhibit mitochondrial protein synthesis as well. This chloramphenicol has enormously large spectrum. It was used in the past for a lot of different diseases, but now it is used as a backup drug for typhoid, then bacterial meningitis, then anaerobic infections like Bacteroides fragilis, then in rickettsia, but not in children and pregnant women since it is contraindicated, and also used topically for ear and eye infections. Now let's see the pharmacokinetics of chloramphenicol. In the very name we see this phen, that means it has got a phenyl group. Now this phenyl group, we know it's lipid soluble. So remember, it will have all the properties of lipid soluble drugs. That is, it can be used orally. It has a good this gut absorption. It can be used IV and topically as well. It crosses blood-brain barrier, also blood CSF barrier, placenta. It is also secreted in the milk and its metabolism is in the liver, where it is conjugated with the glucuronide and then excreted in the urine. Now one thing to remember is that this drug is an enzyme inhibitor. So it will have drug interactions by increasing the plasma concentration of warfarin, phenytoin, rifabutin, etc. Next, let us have a look at the side effects of chloramphenicol. So as mentioned earlier, the important side effect is bone marrow suppression, and this can be dose dependent or non-dose dependent. This dose dependent will be anemia, leukopenia and thrombocytopenia, while the non-dose dependent will be aplastic anemia. It also causes hypersensitivity reaction, and this chloramphenicol can cause GI disturbances and superinfections as well. An important side effect is the gray baby syndrome because these neonates do not have glucuronide transferase enzyme in their liver, so they are not able to metabolize the administered chloramphenicol. So it will accumulate in the body and also displace this bilirubin, leading to kernicterus. It also shows ashy skin, nausea, vomiting, abdominal distension, then cyanosis and circulatory collapse. Lastly, the resistant mode of chloramphenicol is mainly due to the change in the peptidyl transferase, that is the binding site on the 50S subunit. Secondly, it can be inactivated by the bacterial inactivating enzymes such as acetyl transferases, and also by decreasing the permeability of porins by changing their size or shape. So that's all about chloramphenicol.